I think we did a great job of defending without fouling. Our guys all took on the challenge to sit down and guard, understanding that defense wins games, and knowing that this is the #1 offensive team. We had to make sure that we were getting back in transition, not allowing them to get easy baskets.
Really overpower and overwhelm them. Was it a concerted effort to try and attack them as much as possible?
Well, we understand what the group that we have. You know, that's one of our advantages, to be able to attack the paint, to attack mismatches, but not having to force it. You see a couple times they double team Paolo. He did a great job of moving the basketball, sharing it around the horn, and we knocked shots down. But we continue to play, and I think that's the one continued piece of growth for this group. However, you have to find a way to get a win, and those guys are willing to do what's necessary.
Talk about your team's resilience and courage. You guys led by 15 in the first half. They battled back. I think led by 3 to 1. Then you had that big run in the fourth quarter. What did you see out of your team?
Just what you said, Jay. It's the resiliency. I think understanding that teams are going to go on a run, and these guys went on a great run. You know, they hit some big shots. They came out firing after halftime, and we expected that. And our guys did not blink. You know, they just said, okay, we have to settle ourselves down. We executed offensively, and then down the stretch, we got some big-time stops.
I think he only had 6 points, but Caleb Houston had the team's best plus-minus. What did you see out of him?
Just consistency. I think every time you throw him in the game, you know what you're going to get. And I just love how he's a constant professional in his work ethic, in his study. And the coaches do a tremendous job with him, watching film, understanding the game plan. You know what he's going to give you every time he steps on the floor.
Franz only took 2 threes. Paolo had the one where it was kind of the end of the shot clock and didn't get off in time. But actually, he didn't attack any other threes besides that. Did you like how your guys weren't necessarily just chucking up threes and maybe being more patient offensively?
I love that we played the right way. And I think, you know, people always ask, what is the right way? It's what the game gives you. You're not forcing it. You're not chasing it. You're finding the right situation. There was a time I called a timeout. We had a play designed. They blew the play up with pressure, and Franz and Paolo talked and communicated with each other the next play, and we got the shot that we wanted. So to me, that's playing the right way with trusting and taking what the game gives you.
What did you make of Anthony Black's performance? You know, you said after the last game that he does a lot that doesn't show up in the box score. He did a lot tonight that did show up in the box score.
I mean, his cutting, he knocked his free throws down. He was sharing the basketball, his rebounding. He got tips on a lot of basketballs in order to keep the basketball alive. He did a great job defensively. I think those things are the things that they don't show up on the box score. And for a young man that continues to work and get better, these guys continue to trust him. And again, he's continuing to grow every single game.
We talked in shoot around about the last game. You guys had the right formula, but fell short at the end. Was tonight just getting that back and finishing strong?
It's really a portion of, you know, holding our standard. And we talk about how much we want to be a defensive team, and that's who we are. And understanding that we get to the lane, we knock down our free throws. All those pieces are winning formulas. And so we don't want to have to try to be who we're not. And I think that's part of what these last 2 games have been, and we played the right way.
Still a little banged up with Jalen and Joe and Markel still rehabbing and whatnot. 2 days off. How helpful will that be? Obviously Christmas, of course, but how helpful will 2 days off be going into Washington?
I think it's great. I also think it's great that we're going home. We get to spend time with our families and enjoy Christmas and just be able to spend some time. You know, we're around each other a ton, and we do care and love each other. I think it's really important that we're around our families and celebrate the holidays the right way.
Thank you. Paolo, you guys held them to 17 points under their season average. What was working for you guys defensively?
I think we had a great game plan coming in. I thought we were really locked in. Obviously, you know, dropping 4 straight, we were desperate to get back in the win column. So, you know, everybody was just really focused on what we had to do to win the game, and we knew that it was going to be defense that was going to win it. So,
you guys really overpowered and overwhelmed that game. Was it a concerted effort to attack every chance you did?
For sure. I mean, that's what we do game in and game out. You know, we want to be on the rim all night, and you know, we were able to do that, establish it early, and then when they started doubling, we were able to, you know, throw out of the doubles and you know, get some good swings and either get threes or open layups off of cuts. So I just think our offense was we executed well tonight.
Talk about the team's resilience and poise. Indiana stormed back there in the second half. You guys being control. control again in the fourth quarter. What did you see during that game?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be like last game. You know, we're not going to come in here and beat them by 40 again. So we knew that they were going to put up much more of a fight and that they was going to go on a run. So when they went on their run in the third, you know, we just came to the bench, told each other stay poised, stay under control, keep doing what we were doing, and put together some stops. And we were able to do that. I think the second group came in, Jonathan, Franz, Caleb Houston. Those guys did a great job. Goga, all contributing on both ends, and they made a huge difference.
I asked Franz this about you, but I'll ask you, why do you think Franz should be an all-star?
I think just his responsibility that he carries game in and game out, you know, what teams are doing to stop him, I think speaks a lot to how good of a player he is. And then just his ability to still produce at the way he does, how much of a leader he's been for us. And, you know, we're sitting top 5 in the East right now, so I think winning matters. And, you know, the great thing about Franz is that, you know, he's not worried about that, and he's just wants to win, and that's what makes him such a special player.
What did you make of Jonathan defending Tyrese Halliburton at times, just his impact on that side?
Yeah, that's what J.I. does. He never backs down from a challenge, no matter if it's a center, if it's a point guard, small forward, whoever the best guy is, whether it's a guy who's killing us on the block or a guy who's killing us with the ball in their hands, he's willing to sit down and guard. Which that's something that I really didn't know about him till I think when he came back last year, you know, that he was able to guard 1 through 5 like that. And yeah, I mean, just being able to put him on a guy like Tyrese and just put that kind of size and length on a player like that, you know, I'm sure Tyrese is not used to that, you know, guys who are damn near 7 foot, you know, getting up, guarding them at half court, you know, that's tough to deal with for anybody.
How important was it to stop the 4-game streak? I know you guys did right things in the Milwaukee game that came up short.
Yeah.
Just how important was it to get a win before the holidays, 2 days out before going to Washington?
Yeah, I think it was just a must. You know, nobody wants to go into Christmas losing 5 straight. I don't think no one in the locker room had plans of doing that. And so, like I said, we were just ultra locked in and focused on what we had to do to beat these guys tonight. And, you know, they're a high-power offense, and we knew that coming in, our defense was going to have to be the main thing to slow them down.
Have you celebrated day surf like that before?
Not in a live game. I've done it before. That was my surf celebration. It felt pretty natural because I slid on my stomach, and I actually didn't even see the ball going. As soon as I fell, I watched the bench to see the reaction. As soon as they started screaming "N1," that's when I hit the celly. So I haven't seen it on video. Hopefully it came out nice.
Franz, you guys held them to 17 points under their season average. What was working for you guys defensively?
I think first of all we got back. You know, they're a really fast team, even after makes, get the ball out and try to get easy baskets. And then for the most part, I think we did a pretty good job of scrambling around. They do a great job of moving the ball, moving bodies all game. So it's not easy to guard, especially with all the shooters they got. But I mean, they made a couple shots in that third quarter, but overall, I think we had pretty good effort for the whole game.
You guys really overwhelmed them in the paint. Was it a concerted effort for you guys to attack as much as possible? Obviously, defensively, that's not what they're known for, but was it kind of mentality and just kind of being very forceful getting to the basket?
Yeah, I think just using our size against them, and then keep making the easy play. I think no, they're good going the first action, but I think as we kept moving the ball, I think we got pretty good looks all game.
You guys led by 15 in the first half. They stormed back, but you showed some resilience and poise there down the stretch. What did you see during that stretch where you kind of created a cushion? I think it was like an 11-2 run or something like that midway through the fourth quarter. What kind of poise did the team have in that stretch?
I think it just starts with defense, honestly, getting stops, getting a couple stops in a row, and then, like I said, executing on offense, seeing how they're guarding us, and kind of just executing our game plan, really. Obviously, we got P out there creating mismatches all over the floor, so I think we did a good job of getting P the ball and letting him make decisions.
Caleb Houston, I think, was a plus 17 tonight off the bench. What did you see out of Caleb?
Caleb was just super solid. He does his job, makes no mistakes, and we tell him every time he's catching the ball to look at the basket and try to shoot a three. So, and defensively, I think he's gotten so much better. He's just one-on-one situations, he's guarding really well, and I think super happy to have him.
I'm going to ask this to Paolo about you, but why do you think Paolo should be an All-Star this year?
I think Paolo should be an All-Star because, he's probably the main reason why we are where we are in the standings, and creating mismatches, problems for the team all game, and not just making plays for himself. I think he did a great job this year, of making everybody around him better, and growing into a leader as well.
How important was it to snap the 4-game losing streak, get back on the right track before 2 days off and right into Washington?
Yeah, super important. Going into the holidays with a win, and I think more so just even the Milwaukee game, just finding back to how we want to play and finding back to our identity a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.